In this video, we will look at 3 analogies and examples we can use to better understand the conscious mind by comparing it to the role of the subconscious mind. 1. A computer's user. Like a computer, our subconscious mind is a storehouse of information. It is a knowledge bank that is home to everything we know. But just as Google's vast database is nothing but a stagnant pile of information without a user to reference it, the information held within our subconscious mind is useless without our ability to consciously reference it. In this analogy, the computer is our subconscious mind and the computer's user is our conscious mind. If you want to find the definition of the conscious mind, you could go to Google or YouTube on a computer and type in, "What is the conscious mind?" Perhaps that's exactly what you've done. From there, Google will scan its vast database and return the most appropriate information to you in the search results, using tags and keywords. To perform these actions, Google, using a very basic algorithm equation that looks like this, input plus processing equals output, where the input is whatever you enter into the search bar. The processing variable is Google scanning its vast database, and the output is the information returned to you in the search results. While this database is the reason you find your answer, think about this. What good is Google's ability to find your answer if there is no question to ask it? Google's database is like our subconscious mind, being nothing but a massive pile of stagnant information. It is like the learned. The user of Google's database is like our conscious mind, being the one that actively works with and through that pile of information to take things away from it. It is like the learner. In other words, the subconscious mind stores the information and the conscious mind references it. The subconscious mind is limited without the conscious mind there to reference the information it holds, and the conscious mind is limited without the subconscious mind there holding the information for it to reference. Standing alone, neither of the two can do half of what they can do together, which brings us to the second analogy. 2. The rider of the horse. Wild horses are entirely different beasts than tamed ones. A wild horse is as useful to a potential rider as a car with no steering wheel and no brake pedal. It is an incredibly powerful beast that holds the strength and endurance to conquer things far outside of human capabilities. But as far as the rider is concerned, an untamed horse is no more than a stunning, miraculous freak of nature whose beauty is to be observed from a distance. Then we have the rider, which, compared to a horse, is physically weak but intellectually strong. The rider can think up countless creative ways to utilize the strength and power of nature's wheelbarrow that is the horse, but lacks the strength and endurance required to take on such tasks, literally lacking the horsepower. Horses can't study a map and identify luscious meadows 350 miles to the northeast, but the rider can. The rider can't gather up his belongings and travel 350 miles on foot, but the horse can. Alone, neither the horse nor the rider would be capable of both identifying an area that's rich in resources, then traveling a vast distance to get there. Working together, on the other hand, this can be done. The horse travels vast distances, and the rider instructs it on which direction to travel. Our conscious mind is like the rider in this old analogy, and our subconscious mind is like the horse. They work together to complete specific objectives that wouldn't be possible for either to do alone. While these objectives practically make up everything we do, one simple example of this is multiplying 2 numbers together. The conscious mind doesn't know how to multiply. It becomes aware that multiplication needs to be done. Just as the rider thinks up the plan to travel and maps out the directions to get there, the conscious mind becomes aware of the numbers to multiply and references the subconscious knowledge to do so. The subconscious mind, on the other hand, knows how to multiply, but doesn't know what to multiply. Like the horse knows how to travel, but doesn't know where to travel. In modern-day version of this analogy, we can view the conscious mind as the driver of the car instead of as the rider of the horse. Also, if you are enjoying this video, please let me and YouTube know by giving it a thumbs up. 3. Sensory input. I mentioned in the first example that the subconscious mind is the learned and the conscious mind is the learner. The subconscious mind is the learned because it is a collection of our experiences from the past, which includes all our learned knowledge. It is home to everything we already know. The conscious mind, on the other hand, focuses its attention on the present moment. Imagine walking by the kitchen and catching a whiff of your favorite meal. There are two things happening when you have this experience. You smell something good, and then you identify that smell to be your favorite meal. Your conscious mind plays the role of the smeller. It takes in the information that is presented in the moment, which is a smell coming from the kitchen. From there, your subconscious mind takes what you are consciously experiencing in the present moment and scans for familiar past experiences that might provide some insight on how to respond. It translates the experience you are having consciously into how that experience relates to you personally, also known as the subjective experience. In this case, it identifies the smell as good and then reminds you that what you are smelling is your favorite meal. To pin down the role of the conscious mind, we need to understand how it works together with the subconscious mind to perform that role. And as we've just seen, if the subconscious mind is the past, then the conscious mind is the present. If the subconscious mind is the learned, the conscious mind is the learner. If the subconscious mind is the doer, the conscious mind is the thinker.